Welcome to 1111 Tarot. This is a collective message. It's for all signs, and ancestors said adjustments are required. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the printed version that I've been waiting on of the 1111 Wheel of Life. So this is an RD version. We have really been waiting on this for a while, but I'm very excited to show you how it works. So now that you've got a good look at everything, we'll go ahead and get started. Now all these cards have been pre-shuffled, I've pre-smudged, and I've premeditated. You might hear my chair squeak because it's an office chair, but it's really comfy. So all right, my lovely, so we're going to start here. Now this is the Great Spirit, and this is the center of the board. As you can see, it's surrounded by air, earth, fire, and then finally water. Gives us 2 oracle placements and then 12 placements for tarot. Now, in the very center of the board, I like to use this deck or any type of oracle deck that speaks of love, because I feel like that is what the divine has always communicated to us. So I did cut the deck, and we'll put that card right there for you. Next, I want to get our air, our earth, our fire, and water, which is also our east, south, west, and north. And there's quite a bit to learning this whole process of why these placements are so important. And I'm going to do my best to kind of walk you through as we go in the reading. Now, I'm very excited to let you guys know I'm going to be offering in January a gift to you. And so that gift to you is I'm going to be teaching a free live, like a live Q&A and actual course in tarot. So I'm very excited to do that with you. This is our cycles, and it's the Moonology deck, and this is where you currently are in your cycle. And then as we scroll over here, we've got where you're headed. Where are you stepping next into the cycle? Because we're always in cycles consistently in our life. That's why we're always learning and changing and evolving. Just human nature, I would suppose. All right, my lovelies. Next, we've got all of this midsection, which is 7 placements representing our cosmos. And as we walk this, we're going to enter the east, which is where I'm in the United States, so that's where the sun rises. And we're going to walk our way all the way through to the north node. So we're walking with the divine, consistently referring back to our middle center to keep our balance. And we're going to walk through our air side, which is our mind and concept. And this is more of the 5D communication from the collective. Next, we're coming over to the emotional side, trial and error. This has to do with what we're currently trying to manifest and we're working on to co-create with the divine. Following our physical material world, which is our 3D world. What are we manifesting? What is in our very near future or already happening? And then this is our spiritual success. And in this place, it gives us a lot of understanding of what the outcome is, what lessons we're going to get, what blessings we're going to gain. And so with that, let's go ahead, cut the tarot, and then I'll walk you through the placements of those. There we are. We have illumination. Let me just check. Yes, it's upright. Oh, you have the cooperation of 3 of Pentacles on the bottom. So this is clarity, and this is wisdom, love, and trust, and growth, introspection, dream, experience, cleansing. You had a card kind of jump up, and that is renewal and purity. And then we'll save the baby tarot for clarification at the end. All right, my lovely. So ancestors have said, this is a channeled message I got, that adjustments are required. So it has something to do with that. Let's start with the Great Spirit in the middle. Prosperity. So it has something to do with our prosperity. Okay. And it says Atlantis. Oh, Atlantean princess or priestess. Wow. Okay. I'm thinking pyramids at this point. I find that very interesting. Prosperity. The Atlantean priestess could be something to do with this ancestor. Adjustments are required. All right, let's dig in, you guys. What part of the cycle are we in? Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Now we had a partial moon eclipse on 11:30 in Gemini. Now we are headed for a full solar eclipse. No, we did that. We are headed for the big great conjunction on the 21st of December. Interesting. All right. Okay, let's go over here and let's see where your steps are going to take you. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Well, this will be our North Node, so it has something to do with our comfort zone. It'll be interesting to get to this card up here. So we're stepping out of our comfort zone, and conclusions are within reach. I feel like there's something we're not aware of. Let's start off with what the collective in the 5D is thinking and feeling and communicating to us. Manifest. Our power. Manifest activation. There's something we're not quite seeing. We're missing something. Let's continue. I'm getting a download, but I don't want to talk yet till I understand fully. That's why I'm kind of quiet. Nature, pineal gland, 3 eyes. Natural. Something is being manifested. Okay. In our ancestors' position, now I don't take oracle cards in reverse, is a creator, and yet we have manifest from the 5D. So the collective is like manifest. Our personal guides, our ancestors, those that we feel the closest to, is saying the creator. And we have this nature with this pineal gland, this pine cone, 3rd eye. We're missing something, and we have to step out of our comfort zone. Oh boy. Okay. I'm as intrigued as you are. Water, paradox. Who else got this paradox card in their... Something's coming that's going to push us. Push us forward. I think we're going to see the wheel moving. All right, lovely. So, conclusions are within reach. We have that full moon. And we need to step out of our comfort zone because we have to co-create with the creator. Nature. We need to cleanse before we continue to co-create, I feel. Maybe you want to do some Epsom salt in your bath, hug a tree, do something in nature. I feel we're going to need to be as rested up for, like we're preparing for something. All right, my lovelies, let's dig into the tarot. And here we go. Illumination, the Empress. Are you serious? How is this? Okay, you're starting off with illumination. You've manifested something very powerful. Feel as though you're about ready to step into the full Empress position. Let's get some clarity. there's going to be a huge change for the Empress. The clarity is that you've gone through the entire portal. You're coming out the other side with the wisdom. You've made a completion. I can feel it. You are that close to this whole cycle. Conclusions are within reach. It's coming together. You have the new beginning, which is in wisdom. This old way of thinking, the old way of doing things is over. It's going to be fresh and new. Oh boy. Okay. So this new beginning is coming from the 5D, heading over to becoming real. And now we have this trial and error. What do we bring into light? We have love. Queen of Wands. Trust. Eight of Wands. Growth. Reunion, homecoming. Okay, so somebody very passionate is going to come in and want a new beginning in love. You've been through this battle many, many times, and you don't know if you can trust it. The growth is still children. There's very little growth from... You notice a size difference? One of you is stunted, and there's very little growth. The other has grown up. Okay, you're going to be stepping out of your comfort zone. We're going into the 3D. Introspect, we got the High Priestess. We have the Page of Pentacles. In our perspective, in our experience, we have the Ace of Wands. So introspection, we do know how this goes. Our intuition tells us we've had this battle many times, and it starts off sweet, but there's not a lot of growth potential here. It's run its cycle, and I think that's what the Empress is saying. She's all-knowing too, in the motherly way. I think she's changing her perspective here completely and wanting her own new beginning is the wisdom. And as she takes her new beginning, I think she attracts back this I almost want to say karmic. This lesson is being manifested. The Empress may be trying to close the cycle out, and because she's trying to close the cycle out, she's bringing it into being. So when you look up here, we're in the 5D. We're the High Priestess, the one that knows but does not speak in introspection, which means you're quite informed of how this could go. In the illusion spot, or the dream, or our goal, our hopes, our fears, it's the perception. You only see this as a Page of Pentacles, even though it could be down the road, it could grow up into being something special and long term. This is what you're considering to be very immature timing. Furthermore, your experience is showing you that though this is a passionate experience, it is with the phallic symbol. And it could be more attraction physically than emotional fulfillment, is what I'm getting. But I feel as though this Empress trying to get out of this cycle is actually creating the paradox of bringing it in. So let's get some spiritual advice here. Inner cleansing. Yeah, you reap what you sow is the feeling I get, like weight. If it comes out of the oven half-baked, it's literally half-baked. So you're going to have to wait. So if you can wait it out and let that harvest get rich and full, you're going to have something of substantial means. Pull it off the vine too soon, it's not ripe. In renewal, You got to let go of that, and you may have done this. I feel you're doing that, and that's where you're stepping through this portal to this new beginning. You're manifesting something completely different, which is this reverse of the Five of Cups, which is, upright. This is all about those cups that are spilt, ignoring true love, and just worrying about spilt milk with this card. But it's not. It's actually in reverse, which can basically mean that you're letting go of regret. You're no longer watching over these spilt cups at all. You're ready to move forward. And I think that when you look at this cleansing, that's what you've done, is you're like, go let it ripen. I'm not going to worry about it. Right? I wish them well. I wish them away. Judgment is in your purity. You've got pure, clear judgment. Go with your gut, my love. You're right on. Whatever your gut is telling you, this is your judgment. It's in the upright, and it is in the purity, and that is what the divine is telling you, that yes, indeed, your judgment is in line with the divine's. Definitely. All right, my lovelies, let's clarify with the baby tarot. We got one left out. Why don't we put him? Let me see if I can pick him up. We're going to put him right over here. Let me see if I have the deck upside down. No, I do not. So, yeah, you do not see this as a victorious outcome. With this High Priestess in the introspection, Sagittarian on the board energy, which we do have Sagittarian moon right now, energy-wise. You do not see this victory as a victorious thing or anything to be hooping and hollering about. Your knowing is that this is short term. That's the Six of Wands in reverse. When it's in the upright, it means celebrate. It means recognition. It means seeing your worth. And you don't feel they see your worth at this point. Let's go ahead and get clarification on this Page of Pentacles. Very interesting. You got Judgment again. Yeah, you judge them as immature. You're seeing this as an immature position. And I'm not seeing you investing into this, but it is up to you. You definitely do see this immaturity, and so does the divine. It's a half-baked cake. Inexperience with that wand, you got the the Queen of Cups. So this is going to be more difficult because now they're coming in to match your cup of love with this passion. That's where you're stuck, because you see this cup of love is real. That's where you get stuck. So that's why it's got this paradox, because you want it, but it's still not quite right yet. Here we go. Knight of Wands right here, my dear. And look, this is all about your cleansing. And this is where you're really not, as a Knight of Wands, this person is still functioning from the now, the moment. They're not on the same page as somebody else that was looking at how this is going to affect next week even. Yes, they can acknowledge that they have feelings for you. Yes, and they have passion for you, quite clearly. But let's go ahead and look at this right here where we've got this renewal. Yeah, they're not taking it serious and healing. We have the Star card in reverse. Not a wish fulfillment. The divine is clearly telling you this is a no-no situation. You've got to let this go. You've got to quit thinking about it. And yes, they are your soulmate. Not this lifetime, maybe. I know you might not want to hear that. But they're still in your energy. They're still in your energy. They're hanging on. I feel like there's something we're missing. It's like we're manifesting this to happen. And this isn't fair to the other person. Or we manifested it. And now we're like, what do we do with it? I feel like at this moment, we kind of like we're the dog chasing the car, and we've caught the car, and we don't know what to do with the car. Don't you feel that? Or is it just me? I'm going to go ahead, and I don't usually do this, but I'm going to go ahead and clarify this Atlantean Priestess with a Threads of Fate card. This one came up, so get creative. We need distractions, you guys. We got to get our mind off of it. We got to get it out of our subconscious, because this is going to be a big deal. This indeed was somebody that, how do I put it? For lack of better words, this is somebody that was intended for you. And they are choosing to exercise their free will, which does happen. Can happen for lifetimes. Doesn't mean it's going to happen this entire lifetime, but they are exercising their free will. And you know this. And they don't see that this connection is as deep as it goes. They are not awake enough to understand it. What they're seeing is they do have feelings for you, which once was just passion. They now have feelings. And that's where you have to remember, not everybody feels as deep as another person. So you're going to have to go within. You're going to have to get creative. And I feel like we've literally created somewhat of a paradox, because we may have called this individual in thinking that since we're higher vibe, they're probably going to be higher vibe. And now, what do we do? Well, there's some adjustments to be made. I love you guys to the moon and back. I really do. Thank you so much. Much light, much love. Namaste.